Hey guys, how's it going? My name is always, and welcome back to Forever Stranded. In the last episode, we were making a gigantic solar panel. This thing is huge, but provides so much power, more power than we can actually transfer at this point, which is saying something. But we're going to hopefully fix that today. So between episodes, I have been doing a little bit of digging, just kind of prep stuff for getting a bunch of sand. I'm going to dig a actual quarry over there out of the sand. Shouldn't be that big of a deal or anything like that. But I decided to kind of search around the wreckage site and see what we could find. I found a lot, especially in this area. There is a lot of saltpeter ore. Which is going to be useful for today. So I have a whole bunch of that in my inventory. And what we're going to work on today is Cryo-Stabilized Fluxducts. So that's a big fancy word to saying power lines that have unlimited RF transfer. We're going to use them for a couple things, and depends on how useful they are. We're definitely going to use them to transfer stuff into the vibrant capacitor bank. This guy can input, output, all the power that this guy can give out. So that shouldn't be a problem. And it's plenty of power for now. We have our wither spawner going constantly, and everything's good. We have our laser down below, which, speaking of which, we've been working the last couple of episodes trying to get more and more dirt. So we set this guy up to get as much dirt as we can from conveyor belts. You are... Okay, you're still working. It's just hard to tell because the flower doesn't really have much indication. But we've been working really hard to try to get as much dirt as possible with both this setup, and then we have our big tier 4 laser. This is tier 4, right? Yeah. Void resource miner tier 4, brown lens, half speed modifiers, half accuracy modifiers. It's great. It's wonderful, and it's slowly getting us dirt. We have almost 10,000 dirt, so we're about 1/100th of the way there. So this is going to take me forever. So I'll probably let this run overnight or something. Actually, I don't know that I can do that because food, but I'll figure something out. That's why I've been digging in the sand. We're going to need a lot of, well, there's two things that we're going to need a lot of, and that is both sand and sandstone. We're going to need a lot of cobblestone. I don't know what that's going to entail. So a lot of the other quests, we need to get the dirt done first. So, in fact, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to go ahead and complete that quest. Go ahead and complete the dirt quest just so that we can get all of the other ones. But not get the reward until we've done it. So, I don't know. But we'll worry about that another time. So, today we're going to make Cryo-Stabilized Fluxducts. So let's start off with what do those actually require? Well, they require Cryo-Stabilized Fluxducts. They're empty. We need fluid transposers, so we're going to also need magma crucibles to get the jelly cryothium. And then this is just some electrum and some hardened glass and a resonant flux duct. So, hardened glass, you know what? Do we have... We have a alloy smelter, and it knows how to make that stuff. So let's try to teach the system how to make these guys. So first things first, do we know how to make electrum? No. Okay, we can teach the system how to make electrum. That's not that hard. Electrum is just silver. Silver and gold. And I believe that will make 2 electrum. So, easy enough. That goes in the alloy smelter. So next thing is the fuse quartz, which is easy enough. We already have that. But then we're also going to need resonant flux ducts. So, we don't have any of those. That's going to be a bit more of a pain to make because we need Enderium. Enderium we can make in a... Oh, hey, it just requires sand. Enderium blend does require resonant ender buckets. So it might be easier to teach it to make the alloy smelter version, but that's going to require more interfaces. So let's get another interface, and we'll just attach this to the back or something. We'll put this also with the alloy smelter, so it shouldn't take too long to make. There it is. All right, so we pop down here, and I'll warn you guys, there is a chance that I'm going to lose sound. That happened to me earlier, like 20 minutes ago while I was playing this. So we want something like that. We're going to put that there. And how many? We only have 3. Cool. So that'll be the 4th. Let's get a ME conduit. Not a dense one, just a normal one. And this should be fine. We can adjust things if needed later, but this will be good enough for now. So alternatively, we can put it in the side and then extend this like so. That would actually probably be better. Let's do that instead. So configure this like so. ME interface and conduit. Cool. So we'll just push this back 1 and it'll be a lot better. There'll be a little bit of a gap, but that's okay. So who cares? So we have the electrum. Now we're gonna need to teach it how to make enderium. So enderium has 2 recipes, but basically it's just, well, it's just the metals, which is tin, shiny ingot, and silver, aka platinum. So tin, so platinum, piece of platinum, is it 1 piece of tin or is it 2? It's 2 tin. And 1 silver will make the enderium base. So we'll go ahead and throw that in there. It goes pretty quick, and it does make 4, which is really good. So enderium base. So we get 4 of those. And then to get the actual enderium with the alloy smelter, we can put 2 with 2 ender pearls and a pyrotheum dust, which we'll probably also have to teach the system how to make. Ender pearls, 1, 2, and then the pyrotheum dust, which we should be able to make. That is just coal powder, sulfur of some kind, redstone, and blaze powder. And then 1 of these will give us 2 enderium. And this will also be pretty straightforward. It will take a little bit more time just because it's a little bit more expensive of a craft, but it's not that bad. So once we get the enderium, there we go. Put that in there, and now the system can learn how to make enderium. Let's also craft like 10 blank patterns for today because we're going to do a lot of crafting. So that goes in there as well as that. And then we need a crafting recipe for the pyrotheum dust. And let's take a look real quick to make sure that we know how to make pulverized coal. We'll probably get enough sulfur and all that kind of stuff, so that shouldn't be a problem either. Okay, so with that taken care of, we have access to enderium now. We just need to make the flux ducts, but we need to have them filled, which is a bit of a pain. So I guess the first thing we should make is the redstone energy flux ducts. So do we have to have hardened glass, or will it work with well, we can find out. Will it work with fused quartz. If it works with fused quartz, then that's good. Now we're also going to have to hook up a... Okay, it does work with that. So we have that. And then we could just get this to the resonant flux ducts point, and it should be fine. We're going to do some weirdness with this because we have just a lot of redstone now with all of the redstone that we're getting from our garden cloche. So we're going to do some weirdness with that, but it shouldn't be too bad. So we'll make that. And then if we want, we can turn that into the signalum version. So flux ducts, go ahead and make one of those. And then we need signalum. So in order to get signalum, that's another alloy that we're going to need. But this one's a little bit easier because we can directly make it in the alloy smelter. So 3 copper, a silver, and 10 redstone. So 10 redstone, 3 copper, and a silver. And one of those. And then this all goes into the alloy smelter. Otherwise, you have to use resonant, not resonant, you have to use the destabilized redstone. That's what it's called. Alright, and that gives us 4 signalum. So signalum times 4. And then we should be able to make the empty. Oh, nope, not that. And let's get a set of those. And then we should be able to make the enderium. Oh, they're called resonant. Resonant flux ducts, and I don't know why I did that, but resonant flux ducts. So signalum is a recipe in here. The other 2 are recipes down here. And then we just need to make a couple fluid transposers and we'll be fine. So in order to get... how do we want to do this? I guess we could do every single one. Or... let me think about this. So we're going to need a magma crucible. We're going to need at least one of these. We're going to need 2 of these at least. And we're going to need 2 fluid transposers. So we're going to need... Can we... I don't remember if I ever taught the system how to make machine frames. I didn't. So we're going to need 4 10 gears. And I believe that is something we can do down here. At this guy, that is a gear press. And we're going to need some more gears, but we'll get them when we're ready. So what we're going to have a magma crucible, and we're going to export redstone to it. And then we're going to have a magma crucible, and we're going to export the cryothium dust. And then that should give us everything we need in order to do the thing I want to do. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So we're gonna need a lot of stuff. All right. So one of those, actually 2 of those. 2 of these. We're gonna need nether bricks times 4. And invar times 16. And then for this one, we're also going to need invar times 16. So we're going to need more invar, which is something else we can teach the system how to make, because why not? So iron times 2, 2, 3, and ferrous is it actually called nickel? I never know with the mod packs if it's going to be ferrous or nickel, but I believe it's like so. put that in the alloy smelter. And let's cook up like 20 invar. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's half a stack of invar. We're going to turn this into gears. And we're going to need we're going to need 4 more channels. But we're going to do this all right here, I think, because that makes the most sense to me. So we're going to need 2 interfaces. And we're going to need export buses times 2. Right? Yes. Export out of the system. Alright, so Magma Crucible. We should have everything for both of these once the gears are made, which we have all 8 of them. Perfect. And what we're going to do, this is going to be pretty simple, but it's going to be automatic, which is good. So 1, 2 Magma Crucibles. And fluid transposers, what is the last thing we need? We just need 2 of these. 1 and 2. Alright, cool. So with all that taken care of, these are going to be next to each other. So how do we want to do this? Probably want to power through the back. So let's just do this like so. 1, and that one goes there, and 1 there. Let's hit F7, make sure everything is well lit. What is going on with my frame rate? Frame rate seems to dip every once in a while. It's probably lighting. So Magma Crucible, we're gonna export to the side, import out the top. Fluid Transposer, we are going to import there and out the top, export out the back, and then opposite over here. So input, output, input, output. Perfect. And then we can put some concrete here, and like so. Okay. So, yeah, this should be fine. We're gonna need our interfaces and our export buses. We're also going to want to have, let's see, we're gonna want redstone for the first one. Let's take stacks. And we're going to want conduits, which we have. Okay. So the first thing we're going to want to teach the system is how to make the resonant flux ducts. So we're going to take, the recipe is going to be, make one of these. One of these will make what we need. So let's just get power and all that fun stuff. Let's just go ahead and break this as well. This corner there. Cool. Let's see. Enter energy conduits. Like so. And like so. Alright, cool. And then we'll want, see, interfaces on here, an export bus on here and on here. So that's 4 more. That's going to be all 8 channels that we can have on this line. So we can't add any more without adjusting the channels, but that's okay. And then finally, let's not go out the back, but out this side. And then what we can do is extract, always active. And just for the fun of it, we'll put both of these to insert. Now, we could use filters and do other fanciness, but I don't really want to, so magma crucible. This is going to be export redstone. And this will just always be full of redstone, as is this. And then once this has a little bit, we'll probably want to speed these machines up. Don't these have augments? No. So with 200 destabilized redstone, aka 2 redstone, it'll make the thing that we want, the flux duct, and then we can take it upstairs. So anytime we want to use the redstone, that's all we'll have to do. Alright, so that one is easy enough. And you know what? Actually, I think it is going to be easier. Let's not use export buses. Let's just use filters and item ducts. Item conduits, rather. So, filters. No, not flint. Misspelled. We just need 2 filters. It'll be easier. It'll be cheaper. So, one of... Actually, it can't see any of that stuff because we need any conduits. And the filters. And redstone. We are going to want a crafting card. Not for the redstone. We don't have any basic cards. I never teach the system how to make basic cards. We'll do that real quick. But instead we'll do this. So, filter, redstone, always active. And we'll keep a stack of redstone in there. So, this will just kind of do like this, I guess. It'll be just fine. So these should all connect. We should have 6 channels. Perfect. So as you can see, didn't work. I need to go grab the redstone. So we're going to want a stack of redstone. It's not that big of a deal. But then this will always keep a stack of redstone in here. If we just put this to insert. So it will keep a stack of redstone in there, and that means we'll always have stuff. So extract, we'll put this on insert. But that's a filtered whitelist, so it shouldn't do anything yet. We'll get that fixed here soon. So, all of that stuff just to get to the next part. So we have now everything here. We should be able to make the crafting recipe for these. We just need the fused quartz. We're going to use fused quartz because it's easier. We could make hardened glass, but it requires an induction smelter, and I don't want to set one of those up, so I'm not going to. So now we have the ability to make the empty cryo flux ducts. So let's make one of these. And now we need to make the hardest part of all of this, and that is the cryothium dust. So we'll keep this in our inventory. So cryothium dust requires, let's get rid of this stuff, because we don't need the magma crucible or any of that stuff anymore. Cryothium, I don't even know how to spell it. This stuff. So it requires niter, saltpeter, anything like that. Which is why I pointed out the saltpeter dust, the ore outside, redstone, blizz powder, and snowballs. Now, in order to get blizz powder, this is actually really easy and really simple. Let's go ahead and make like 20 more of those. We are missing glowstone. Really? Hold up a second. Let's see. Glowstone, or we can get yellow lens. What color are we using? We are using yellow. Okay. Well, can't do much more about that. So I guess not really anything else we can do. Sifting dust will get us glowstone, but I mean, we only have so much of it. How are we doing on blaze powder. We have so much blaze powder. It's actually fine. Alright, I mean, the only other thing we could do is, like, speed up that whole process, but that seems like a pain just for more glowstone. So, can we make, like, 10 more? Can we make, like, 5 more? Okay. Because we might actually need them. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get this stuff going. So, here's the cool thing. We need a crafting recipe. We get a piece of redstone. No, we get snowballs. That's right. It's snowballs covered in redstone will give us blizz powder. There we go. The other way to get it is through blizz. The blizzes. They're an enemy you can find. We could auto spawn them and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know that we've seen them. If we have, the moon is probably like the best place. Why does this not have any axes? You have an axe? Okay. I don't know what's going on with it. Anywho, we need snowballs. We need a lot of snowballs. So, I want to see something. We have some ice cubes, which we can get these. Recipe. We can get them from infested leaves and some other things, but not really anything else. We can use them to make snowballs. And so I want to try making a snow golem. Why? Well, you'll see very soon. So let's just quickly... I don't know if we'll be able to. He might melt almost immediately. But we'll see what we can do. So we put some snow there, some glass like so. Please don't melt. He melts. So that's a shame because we can't make snow golems. So we'll have to figure out another way to make snow. So recipes for snow include extractors. We can macerate ice. We can compress water into snow. Or bees. This would be overkill, but we could use mob prisms. We could make another mob spawner just for snowmen. That might be worthwhile. So recipe for this, yeah, we have very little options. Blizz rods would be good. Ice we can get. Otherwise, snow blocks we can get from compressors with water. Does this... Do we actually need to have... Recipe for this. This is going to be the problem. So... Water buckets. Whoops. Let's get the mouse off of stuff so we can... Universal. No. I believe it's just 10. That's the cans from forestry. How do we get those cells? Right. So that's going to require 10 item casings and glass, which we can get it. So let's grab half a stack of 10. We'll run it through this. So let's go ahead and get the rest of the stuff that we're going to need while we figure out what we're going to do about snow, because that's a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. By the way, this will eventually fill up, and we'll just kind of store it as it'll be as used, but it'll be fine. So that will give us the Blizz powder. So we'll take a look at that. Blizz powder. Alright, and then that goes in with this one. And then we can probably do this. But if we do it down here, it's even better. Got to get that back into the system. And teach the system how to make this. So that's why I wanted the, that's why I have the mechanical user. I was going to harvest snowmen. Let's get a soul vial. So we have wither skeleton. Do we have any like spawners for this stuff? We have the wolves and all that kind of stuff. No. We do have a spatial storage cell. I don't know if there's anything on there. But I guess let's go ahead and make another snowman and capture him before he melts. Alright, so let's get the soul vial. Okay, he is barely alive, but he's alive. So what we can do, we could make another auto spawner and kill the snowman, and that would give us plenty of snowballs. Alternatively, I want to see if, I want to see if doing this is going to be worthwhile or not. If we can use the compressor, that could be good. We don't need this glass in our inventory. But now that we have the cryo-themed dust, let's go ahead and make the basic card. So we need a calculation processor. Let's get rid of all that stuff. And then we're going to teach the system how to make basic cards, because for whatever reason it doesn't know how to make that. And then what we can do is we could either make an auto spawner, we could make a mob factory, probably, or we could go find blizzes and do the same thing. But if this coolant universal fluid cell works, then that would be nice. That would be easier. So we're making the pure Certus, so this is going to take a little bit of time. This is out of power. Right. So I guess let's just throw in some coal. And that'll be fine, I guess. Okay. So we have the calculation. No, it's still crafting. It's getting there. Okay. So the only other thing we have left to do is to actually make the cryo-stabilized stuff, which is not too bad. So let's go ahead and tell it to make like 20 of these. We're missing nether quartz. Okay. So soul sand, we can go ahead and take a bunch of this. And, you know, let's put another drawer for soul sand. So we're going to want our drawer and our drawer key. And this way we can kind of selectively get more. Extract, always active. So that will start running soul sand through there. That'll be great. And we'll be good to go. So should have our calculation processor by now. So there is the basic cards. And now we should be able to make a crafting card. And this is where it comes in handy. So if we make a crafting card, what we can do is tell the system, we can come down here and say, hey, you have the ability to make crafting stuff. So if we tell you to keep a bunch of jelly cryothium in there, you will. And that's all there is to it. So it's one of those things that once we get to that point, it's going to be great. But until then, we're just going to have to wait. So there is 6 of these. Now we should be able to come down here and fill them all up. And here is the question. Can we make snow? Do we actually need 1,000 of them? I have no idea how this works. So if we look at the recipes, it can make snow like so. Can turn snow into ice. Yeah, it says it needs 1,000 of them. I don't know how that works. Alright, so this is not going to work. So in order to get snow ice cubes, we need the infested leaves. Alright, let's just turn you off. Grab all you out. And we'll put this stuff away for now. So I guess we're going to have to go with the more classic just get like 32. Actually, let's do 16. So, and then we can grab one of these and put it in there. Alright, so this will start. It's never active. That's fine for now. So we have a lot of the stuff we need, but snowmen is the problem. So Mob Factory wouldn't be bad to put together. Let's get 2 more snow blocks. And we're going to get a mob prism. This should be easy enough. We need red and purple dye. So that... why wasn't it placing the rose red? Who cares? Anyways, we need under iron. Under iron times 2. And then we need this mob prism frame. So we're going to need 2 more of these. Alright. Under iron. 2 more of those. And take a second. And then we should be able to make this. Once we have the 2 under iron, and then that's pretty much it. We can get the mob prism, and then I'll have to make another snow golem, but that's not a problem. We have any pumpkins in here? They disappear too quickly. It's easier just to come down here and grab one. Alright, so does that not work? Did we get more snowballs? We did. Alright, we'll try again. Now there's one other option for snow. We are getting more snowballs than we're using. Alright, so it doesn't work on passive mobs. Good to know. So something else we can try. Can we turn this back? No, of course not. This is going to be kind of weird. So let's come down here. And we're going to grab all 4 of these. And yeah, I'll probably upgrade these machines fairly quickly. But we want to grab some gelid cryo-lithium. And I'll show you guys why. This stuff is kind of cool if you place it in the world. And this might actually be a good way to get snow. So we'll put the bucket there. And once we have, it's 250 millibuckets per each like dust. So we'll have an entire bucket worth. Then we can try using mechanical users. So let's go make a mechanical user. So this thing is not that hard. We're just going to need a dropper, easy enough, and a redstone thing. There's a mechanical user. So, do I have an extra shovel? These have pretty good durability, so we'll just use this. And let's get the gelid cryo-lithium bucket. And the question is, where do we want to put this? Honestly, for right now, let's do it like right over here. Actually, no, I know where to put it. Over here, with all this other stuff. So the only question is, we can put it in here. This is the room for this stuff. So what we can do is we can put the gelid cryo-lithium in here. And what will happen is it should cause snow. I thought. We lost that block because it does eat blocks and stuff. What if it's flowing like that? Will it cause snow? We can come back to this in a little bit and see. But we'll see what happens with that. Because we're in a desert, snow is actually really hard to get. So we'll mess around with that. Otherwise, we can just spawn. I'll make an auto spawner and we will kill snowmen as we need to. So I guess the last thing we should do is teach the system how to actually make the cryo-stabilized Fluxducts. Once they're finished, so we have 16. Put those in here. Put that in there. And yeah, I'm definitely going to upgrade these machines. To do that, we just need to use the hardened upgrade kit, and then we'll have some augments for speed. I mean, this one is already upgraded, but is this the speed? Yeah, so we've already upgraded this one. I'll do that again with the other one and the other two, and it should be a little bit better. We might go even farther. Let's see. I can craft 2 of these. And we should have the cryo-stabilized Fluxducts. So put that in there. And there we go. Now this one goes in this one. So this stuff transfers unlimited RF per tick. Now the question is, does it connect with... Let's put it right here because I want to see if it connects with both of those. It does. Perfect. So what I will end up doing is replacing this entire line, and then we can also put it underneath our base. It's going to take a lot of these things, which is going to be a little bit of a pain. But if we can get snow readily, then it won't be too bad. But we can put it down here and then hook this up to like this corner. so that this line can get as much power as we want to give it. We can even separate the actual line of conduits just a little bit, just so it's a little bit better. But all in all, it should be fine. So, is this doing anything good? It's spawning in squids, but not much else. Okay. Well, failed experiment. I don't know if that is a config option or what, but we can keep this in here. Same with all that stuff. And I'll get the cobble replaced. So what we'll do is we'll make a little bit of a mob farm for the snowmen. Just going to put the mob spawner. We'll probably do that outside. Or we could do it like way back here. But there's nothing back there to like give us items or anything. I don't know. We'll figure something out. What is with the FPS? Wow. Oh, I bet I know. I bet it's thin. I don't know why they're so dumb, but they are. Okay. Anyways, so we made the Cryo-Stabilized Fluxducts. They are unlimited transfer of RF. Transfer amount is per connection as well, so that's even better. And just all in all, they're really, really powerful, but they are very expensive. So we're going to have to do something to get more snow. Like I said, I'll make a powered spawner between episodes and figure out something to set up so that we can automatically kill them. What we'll probably do is just have a drop trap with some spikes, probably the diamond spikes, just because we can. Iron spikes might not be too bad either. Stone spikes don't do that much damage, but probably diamond spikes just to kill them quickly so that they don't melt. And then we can go from there. So what do we need to do from here? Well, we just need more dirt. I need a lot more dirt. And so we're going to work on some other things around the base just as we go. And hopefully we can get the dirt. I will decide whether or not I want to activate the other quests. So basically what we can do is these things are the slow ones. So basically what we can do is I can cheat this quest completed, because we're going to have to do that eventually anyways, but I can go ahead and do that, and then we can start working on the rest of them. Get more of these guys, quantum storage units, I think in each corner, and probably more at the top, and just kind of go from there with that. Just so we can have everything kind of going at once, we can see what we're lacking, what we need more of, and whether or not we are capable of doing what we want. So that's an idea. We might go ahead and do that next episode. I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet. But did I tell it how to make the augment too? Yeah, let's make 4 of these. So this is all we have to do for this stuff. Augment successfully installed, so this should all be a lot faster. And as you can see, the redstone will eventually stop and kind of wait. So that's the plan. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like I said, next time, I don't know what we're going to do. We're probably going to complete that one quest. We won't take the rewards until we've actually completed it, but then we'll start prepping everything else and see just what we need. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!